Hey, Victoria,
Yes.
did you hear about the allergist that went to prison?
No.
He broke out. Like hives, like for when you
I,
okay. Welcome to another episode of Everything's Dumb. My name is Kate,
my name is Victoria.
and Minnie was definitely not just in here causing terror and wreaking havoc.
She's like a tornado.
A little bit. A little bit.
But-
Today we are talking about allergies.
Yeah.
But first, now that Minnie has left us alone for a moment, I do have a confession to make.
Okay.
I like to think of myself as a progressive in most things in life, but I have fully regressed in one area of my life. I have gone completely backwards, and I feel like I need to confess it on the pod.
Okay. I'm very nervous, but okay.
I think this is something that I did tell you about, but I have completely gone back. I am totally done with battery-powered vacuums.
Oh, okay.
I think the technology is not there yet.
Okay.
We're not ready. We weren't ready. I think it was something that was a good idea, but other than the little like handhelds, we're not ready. We're not there.
Okay.
We can't not for the masses. Maybe some of the like $1,000 battery powered models are great. But as far as just regular consumers who are wanting to pay like $100 or so, a couple $100 for a vacuum, we're not ready. It's not there. It's not ready. And I know it's not ready because I tried.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I had a big clunky like wall, what do you call it? Wired vacuum for a long time, and it was fine, but it was kind of like, because it was so large, it was difficult to maneuver around my tiny apartment, get into like little crevices and like lower clearance like furniture in my apartment, like to get under the couch and stuff like that. It was really difficult. So I got this nice, sleek little battery powered model, and it was supposed to be great. The reviews were good. I thought there's no way that this won't. I mean, I have a 1-bedroom apartment. Like, this isn't a huge place that we're in. And I thought for sure, I'll be able to, power it enough to be able to do my entire apartment. And everything will be clean and everything will be great. And I can power it up every time that I'm done using it and use it the next week. And I saw reviews about people, oh, this works on my whole, like, 1,700 square foot, like, whatever place, much larger than our place.
Whoa, yeah.
And thought this will be great. This will be fine. And those people must have just hardwood floors, because if you keep it on the lowest setting, it would do the entire apartment no problem and have a little bit left over. But anytime I came across a rug, which I enjoy rugs. My floors are cold. Like, I live on the first floor, and so there's nothing. It's not even just ground below it. It's empty space. There's like space underneath the building for the pipes and shit. Yeah. And so it gets really cold on the floors here in the winter. And so we have rugs in our living room. We have a rug in our bedroom, and anytime I would power it up to do like the rug level, it would immediately drain the battery.
Yeah.
It was so frustrating. I could not do my bedroom, living room, kitchen, and couch all in one night. I had to break up my cleaning into 2 separate days, because the other thing was, it wouldn't even like, it's not like, oh, then I have to plug it in and I can still use it. When you're plugging it in, like when it's charging, it's not usable.
Yeah.
So you have to wait, and it takes for fucking ever to charge. Like, it was something that was either sitting out overnight in my apartment, or I was waiting for hours and hours and hours for it to charge. Like, I would have to like clean in the morning and then let it charge all day and then clean it. It was so stupid.
Do you think that the battery charged faster when you first bought it, and then over time it started to take longer?
No, it always sucked.
It always took that long?
It always sucked.
Wow.
It was so annoying.
That is annoying.
And this was supposed to, I bought this vacuum off of some article that was like a Dyson dupe that customers love. And it was not, because I had heard the same thing about Dysons, that like the battery kind of doesn't last that long and it doesn't really charge.
Even with a Dyson?
Yeah, which are supposed to be really expensive, crazy good vacuums. And so I thought, oh, well, maybe this one, because it has all these great reviews. I don't know where those reviews came from, unless these people literally don't have any rugs in their apartment, or they're just cleaning like a concrete slab. I don't know. They lived in those Edison homes.
Oh,
I don't know. I don't know. But riddle me this. Why does my new corded vacuum, that's just not like extra long cord, just regular corded vacuum, I can plug that into a single outlet in my living room, like a centralized outlet in my living room, because from my living room, like my kitchen goes off in one direction and the bedroom goes off in the other direction. I can plug in this vacuum into one outlet and from that outlet reach every single corner of my apartment, but a battery wouldn't last long enough. What the fuck? That I don't have a large space. I obviously don't have a large space, and I can now vacuum my floors and my couch. I can do the rugs. I still have like the like kind of PTSD of like we're cleaning tonight. Is it charged? Like do I have enough? Like God, all of the thought. Yeah, or like, well, when are we going to do the couch then? We can do it all. You just plug it in. I still, I did upgrade in the fact that now we still have I put the like electric one or the battery powered one in storage just in case, like whatever, if something happens and the new one blows up or something, I have a vacuum. But like upgrading from that, we then just went to a corded model that wasn't that clunky, because I realized that was really the big, like the cord, whatever. It doesn't really sometimes it gets caught on stuff for a minute, but the annoyance of that versus the annoyance of like the stress of looking at the battery as you're cleaning and being like, oh my God, hurry up. There's too much cat litter over here that I spilled that I need to clean up, but I'm not going to have enough battery to do the rug by the door. Like, oh my God, it was so stupid. And I lived with it for years. And now that I don't have it, it's just wonderful. And
yeah, the idea
I've gone back.
of
no regrets.
A battery vacuum or cordless vacuum or whatever they're called is great.
Yeah.
It's a great idea.
Makes sense.
I have one and I really like mine, but I don't have any rugs yet. So
the rugs will get you.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have, for vacuuming, I have mostly been using the Roomba that you gave me for Christmas, which I love so much. It's great. But if there's a specific area that you need to vacuum, like if you spill something, or sometimes under my desk, I'll pull out my chair and I'll realize that there are multiple dust bunnies. That's probably 90% cat hair.
Yeah.
And you can't really force the Roomba to go where you want it to go, because even if you carry it over to that spot and turn it on, it will immediately just turn around and go in the opposite direction. So if you have a specific mess that you need to clean
up,
force
feed it.
Right.
It just wants to graze.
Yeah. It wants to just meander, just do some exploring. But so I will go grab my cordless vacuum and like vacuum up that specific area. So yeah, I haven't run into the issue that you're talking about, but it sounds frustrating.
I just thought of a new product, which is like a little false room for a Roomba, where you take it's just a little like bit of fencing or something, and you put it over the area. And then it's kind of like
a playpen or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
I have sometimes
like a Roomba playpen.
Taken some chairs and kind of boxed it into like a section of the room.
You just stand there with your feet like fanned out, and you just like shuffle side to side to try to keep it in like a goalie.
So done that. Well, because when I first put it in my bedroom, under my bed was quite dusty, because I tried to reach it with my regular vacuum, but my bed is so big that I can't reach like the middle.
Humble brag.
I have a king size bed. You can be jealous if you want. Although your bed is very comfortable. My bed is also very comfortable, and it's massive. I love my bed. It's great. But when I first took the Roomba into my bedroom to get under my bed, it did not want to go under there. And it kept coming out.
scared.
Yeah, it kept coming out and trying to get into the closet. And I was like, no. I brought you in here for a specific job. So I did have to kind of shuffle around the edge of the bed and like it would hit my feet and turn around and go back under. And I was like, yep, that's what you're here for.
You stay under there and you think about what
exactly
I did under there.
And while you're under there, get those dust bunnies because I cannot reach them. I've tried.
Yeah.
So, God, we are definitely in our 30s.
Yep. Yep.
Vacuuming. I remember, oh my God, I told my mom one time when I was a kid that she asked me to vacuum. And I was like, but why do I have to do it? You love vacuuming. And she was like, what? And I was like, you do it all the time. And she was like, you are an idiot. Yeah. Like, that is not what
you
that
love
means.
washing dishes.
Yeah. It's a dumb child. I used to hate, as a kid, I didn't like unloading the dishwasher. I didn't like doing that chore. And I would do unspeakable things if I could get a dishwasher in my apartment.
Yep. That is one thing where I will not regress if I ever had the opportunity to get a dishwasher.
Yeah.
That would be worth it. All right. Minnie's back. So
she's hovering.
Moving on.
She's got her big eyes on the
Please don't.
curtain. Oh.
All right. So moving on to our main topic today, allergies. Main reason I wanted to talk about this is because the last episode, it was the last episode we did, right? No.
It was your last episode.
I hosted, yes. My last time sitting here. The sports team's owner one. I was having probably the worst allergy attack I had ever had.
Yeah.
So that Thursday, I've done an episode before about leaf blowers. I fucking hate leaf blowers. Someone from our property management company came by with a leaf blower and my door was open, but my security gate was closed. So you can't really see whether the door is open or not. And this guy, I guess, assumed that my door was closed and came by with a leaf blower and blew into my apartment. Like he wanted to blow stuff that was on my doormat, I guess, and blew everything directly into my, like Minnie was sitting right up against the door. So he blew directly at her. And then I had to run over and like slam my door as fast as I could. But all of that stuff came in. That was on Thursday. And I immediately started like sneezing all the rest of that day. Friday, I was sneezing all day and like runny nose. Saturday was probably the worst day of it. But it was just like, it was all in my face, my sinuses, like I just kept crying. Like at one point recording the episode, I looked over at you and it was like right as we were ending something and I had to stop because I just started tearing up. And I think you thought you said something to upset me.
I thought that I had said something to make Kate cry.
Yeah.
Like I was so nervous.
It was like the full Demi Moore, like totally not making a cry face, but just tears like streaming down.
And I was talking about something so mundane and I looked over and your eyes were just like swimming with tears.
So emotional.
And I was like, shit, what did I say?
And
what did I say?
Hurry up and finish the segment so I can like wipe these tears. Yeah, it was bad. That was really bad. And then even Monday when I worked, like I would be sitting at my computer and if I would like look at my screen, immediately my eye would start watering. So then I would have to like stop and wipe my eye and then my nose would start running. And it was this, and then I would be like, okay, back to my email. And I would look at my screen and my eye would start running. I was like, oh my God, it was so annoying. That's the thing about allergies. They're just so annoying. Like I wasn't in, I guess Friday I felt kind of exhausted and I was a little worried that I was actually sick. And then I realized I even like Google searched like, is this allergies or is this a cold? And I checked off every allergy box. And also the timing of it was so weird that guy, the leaf blower thing happened right before I started sneezing. And it was only
you came back from the Dominican Republic the weekend prior.
Yeah.
And so you were like, I wonder if I'm sick from that, but that was a few days ago.
It was
would
like
have
5 or 6
started feeling
days
sick already
before I felt anything. And
because I often do get sick after traveling, but I normally start to feel it like the day after I get back. And this was like 4 or 5 days later.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the leaf blower was just such solid evidence that it was like from
the fact that it started as just sneezing constantly.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was really bad. And then I just, I was taking antihistamines and stuff, but I finally on Tuesday woke up and started to feel like a normal human person again.
So from Thursday to Tuesday.
Yep. Well, Thursday wasn't that bad. It was mostly just the sneezing. Like I was just sneezing a little bit more, like more than usual. And then just did not stop for days and days and days. Anyway, so it made me want to do this episode because fuck allergies. They're so dumb. They're so dumb.
Yeah.
Like it's all the annoyance of being sick, but none of the like, oh, I'll be over this in a few days. Like you don't know. You just don't know when it's gonna stop.
Yeah, I don't get allergies, but that's what I've heard.
Really
I've heard it's terrible.
Yep. So an allergy is an immune system overreaction to something that's normally harmless. So like pollen, like you said, you don't really get pollen allergies. There's also like food allergies. Some poor people are allergic to pets, which is the saddest thing
I thought you were like poor people.
Some lower class people are allergic to pets. The wealthy are never allergic to pets.
Yeah, so being allergic to pets is that you're allergic to like the dander, right? Which is basically like their skin
Most of the time, I think sometimes you can be allergic to the saliva.
Oh, interesting.
Like there's different kinds where it's like, oh, I can pet a cat, but if it like licks my hand, I can't like have my hand touch anything or something like that.
Oh. Is Callie also allergic to cats?
I think so, yeah.
What's going on with her?
I don't know. We have some friends with lists of allergies.
She's allergic to literally my favorite things.
Yeah. It's what? Chocolate, garlic, gluten.
Beer. Well, gluten, okay. So beer. I was just thinking about how at trivia she never drinks beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, chocolate.
But like bread and stuff.
Garlic,
too.
gluten, and cats.
Yep.
Goodness. I guess she could drink whiskey if she wanted to.
If we were doing a like a you are what you eat or like you are what you surround yourself thing of Victoria, it would be garlic, chocolate, beer, cats.
Yeah. This morning for breakfast I had potatoes cooked with garlic, and I ate it while my cat Giada sat on my lap. Last night I had a beer when I got home at 11 fucking p.m. from work.
What?
After leaving at 7:45 in the morning to go to a meeting.
Jesus
yeah, it was
Christ.
Awful. I was working last night at like 10:45 in Hollywood, and what I do for a living is like I was walking around some properties because I'm a property manager, and I was like sneaking around being like, I'm working, like I'm not a criminal, but if someone looks outside their window right now, they're gonna call the cops on me.
Yeah.
So I was like, do I make myself really obvious so that they know it's me, or do I try to be really sneaky so that they don't see me?
Is
Unfortunately,
this ninja outfit working for me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Who knows? Anyway, so yeah, I came home and just shoved a beer into my system because I desperately needed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Callie, yeah, she does not enjoy my favorite things.
No.
Sucks for her.
Okay. So the body produces IgE antibodies, which trigger histamine release.
Yes.
So what is a histamine? I asked myself as I was trying to figure out how to talk about all the fucking medical shit of this. So a histamine is a natural compound produced by the immune system, specifically mast cells and basophilus. This is going to be a lot of me trying to pronounce like the allergy thing. There's a lot of different allergies, and I'm going to say all of the technical terms for them, and bear with me.
Yeah, it's like my hangover episode.
Yep. They act as a signaling molecule for allergic reactions, so they create the inflammation, gastric acid secretion, and neurotransmission. So it triggers allergy symptoms like sneezing, itching, and mucus production. So basically, a histamine is a chemical that's released by your white blood cells in your body by your immune system when you're defending against an allergy trigger.
Okay, that makes sense.
So they're responsible for other things like they're part of your digestion and stuff like that. But I guess if there is an allergy, they kind of like run to your body's defense. And that's why you get all of the lovely symptoms that I was displaying on the episode about sports teams owners, if you pay attention. The word allergy It was coined in 1906 by Austrian pediatrician who had a name. He noted that some of his patients, okay, it was Clemens von Pirouette, Percocet.
Yeah, there you go.
Allergy comes from the Greek meaning allos, which means other, and ergon, which means work. So this basically allergy means altered reaction.
Okay.
So that's what he kind of came up. Before this, like people just had no idea. So before 1906, people had no idea what the fuck was happening when people had allergies.
A possession.
Before modern immunology, doctors blamed bad humors, which is when you tell an untasteful joke. In medieval Europe, symptoms like hay fever were blamed on imbalances in bodily fluids.
Damn.
And then nervous disorders. By the 1800s, hay fever was thought to be a disease of intellectual elites. So it actually was poor people that, that didn't get allergies.
Yeah.
They thought it was only the intellectual elites that...
I wonder...
It was caused by overthinking and people that were more sensitive in the upper class.
But did poor people still get it and the doctors just didn't know about it because they didn't go to the doctors?
Either that or because they were more exposed. Exactly. Okay. Like we'll get into that, but like there's a lot of debate on like early exposure to things, like maybe being a way to prevent stuff like food allergies and stuff like that. Like I remember when my nephew was growing up, as soon as they could start feeding him like regular foods, they fed him everything because they just wanted to find out like super early, here's some shellfish, here's some, like as soon as it was safe for him to eat all that stuff, my brother and sister-in-law were just feeding him every single type of thing.
Yeah.
So that they could either like prevent an allergy from developing because he wasn't used to it, or just see like right away, like, are we going to have to deal with this? Are we going to have to because so many things, like there's a lot of stuff, especially in our food, that's just in a lot of different, like soy is in so much fucking different food. And so it's if that's the allergy, it's difficult to like pin that down at first.
Yeah.
And so the best thing to do is just like feed individual food items like as early as possible to see like what, if anything, is he going to have a reaction to.
Yeah, that's what my sister did with her twins. And I think she took something that she knew they were not allergic to, like yogurt or whatever. Yeah. And then she would just make smoothies out of that. And one at a time, she would add in different like fruits or vegetables.
Yeah.
And just see if it did anything.
Yeah.
And you have to give it to them for a day or two and then wait a day or two. And if nothing happens, then you're like, okay, they're not allergic. And she had a little chart.
Nice.
And so she was crossing off, like, I gave them mangoes. I gave them blueberries. Yes, she was a teacher for a long time. I don't think that she discovered that they were allergic to anything. So that's nice.
Nice.
But yeah, I think, and also the early exposure thing is like, you want to give someone the best chance possible of building up immunity.
Yeah.
Allergies are like food allergies and stuff are in this day and age extremely inconvenient.
Yes.
Because like you said, soy is in everything.
So much stuff. Yeah. So seasonal allergies are commonly triggered by tree pollen, like you said, grass pollen, ragweed in the fall, or mold spores. Medical name for this is allergic rhinitis.
Okay.
Doesn't sound fun. It's not.
Well, the rind part is your nose, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's where you would typically inhale most of these things. Unless you're a full-on mouth breather, which I was for a few days when I couldn't breathe out of my nose because it's fucking allergies. The first detailed medical description of hay fever came from John Bostock in 1819. So from 1819, the first like description of this up until like 1908?
6.
Who was right? 1906. You're right. See, I don't even pay attention. But that long, like that's almost 100 years of people being like, it happened again. Like it's so annoying to think that people would just go to the doctor or their barber, whatever, with these bad humors and not know what to do about them.
And get like, did they still bleed people at that point?
Probably. Here, take some leeches and call me in the morning.
Jesus.
So food allergies are immune responses to specific proteins. So the most common ones in the US are peanuts, tree nuts, milk, eggs, shellfish, wheat, soy.
All the good stuff.
Yeah. The rise in peanut allergies became most notable in the 1990s and 2000s. That's like probably the most common when you think of a food allergy. Like you think of the peanut allergy because it's deadly. Like, and it can be so insane that like touching peanut oil or touching something could literally kill people. That's absolutely nuts. Like gluten intolerance sounds real annoying and celiac disease sounds really bad, but I don't think you can get it from like touching or brushing up against a loaf of bread. That's
I don't think so.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah. Another thing about my sister being a teacher for so long is that at schools, I think at most schools, you're not allowed to bring in like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Yeah.
So I think there were a list of things they weren't supposed to bring, but peanuts was the big one.
Yeah.
Like no peanut butter.
I once worked at a bakery that like would not make anything out of peanut because they wanted to be like the safe bakery for people with peanut allergies.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. A lot of people didn't like that though. They wanted peanut butter cookies, but
tough shit.
I might have been one of those people. Anyway, so there's a lot of debates about like hygiene hypothesis, which is like too clean immune systems, like people not exposing their kids or people to that kind of like early exposure versus avoidance. So should you expose your kids to this kind of thing? Are you risking them like having an allergic reaction right away? And then environmental factors. So like people still wonder about urban pollution and that kind of thing, which I agree with, because if we're planting all the male fucking trees and we're using fucking leaf blowers to blow shit around.
I'm so tired of leaf blowers.
Can't there be a vacuum for the outside?
Yeah.
I guess they can't make them battery powered strong enough.
No.
That's the problem.
Fuck. Well, the leaf blowers are gas powered. So not only do you get all the dust and pollen and dirt everywhere, you also just get the smell of gasoline filling your apartment for
They do have
hours.
electric leaf blowers like our neighbor has, which I fucking cannot wait until that thing dies. But they obviously don't last as long.
Yeah.
Obviously. That's the overarching theme of this whole episode, is that battery-powered devices for moving air in different directions.
Moving air. What's wrong with just like a rake or a broom?
I'll never.
You can have an outdoor broom.
I'll never understand this.
You're legally allowed to take a broom outside and use it to like sweep dirt and stuff.
Yeah. No one's going to get mad at that.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Everything's dumb.
Everything's dumb. Everything's dumb. I hate it. I hate it. Any weird allergies you've ever heard of, or?
I don't think so.
Had any friends that have? I mean, we already talked about Callie. Poor thing. Know a couple people allergic to corn. That's another highly inconvenient one for the United States too. High fructose corn syrup is in everything.
I don't have any allergies like food or pollen or otherwise, which I think I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
Considering how many people have allergies. My brother, I think, has like hay fever. He gets hay fever.
Okay.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
You know, we grew out in the country and I remember him being very congested, especially during the spring.
Yeah.
But he also got braces and I didn't. So, you know, it all evens out. Like
he could be not fully related. Is that what you're saying?
No, I mean no, my brother and I actually look very similar. So no, we're definitely related. I'm just saying like he got to have braces. So he can suffer a little bit with the hay fever.
Got to have?
Yeah, he has like nice teeth.
Oh, well, so do you. You just didn't need braces.
There's a reason I'm hiding my mouth behind the microphone. No, we went to the orthodontist and they did the like little bite test thing. And they're like, oh, she's right on the border. Like she could get them, but she doesn't technically need them. And my parents were like, okay, so we don't have to pay $10,000 in 1990s money for this. So we're not going to. And now I'm just like, damn you. Because now I get to pay for it. in a few years when I have the money. Anyway, rather off topic. Yeah, I think my brother had allergies to, I mean, is it pollen? Because we grew up next to a farm where they had literal hay bales.
Probably.
So like hay fever could come from actual hay, because we did have actual hay around us. But otherwise, no,
Hey.
I don't.
Sorry.
I don't know of any like crazy food allergies that anyone in my family has. I don't know.
I don't either. But I also
Yeah.
feel like there are certain things that I eat where I get kind of like phlegmy.
Oh,
and
really?
So I've never taken an allergy test to like see.
Like what?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like there's certain times that I eat that I'm just like,
Because I know
I just
some
sound
people...
like I need attention for like the next hour after I eat something. I kind of don't want to know because I'm afraid it's going to, because it happens a lot. So it's obviously something that I eat all the time. I'm afraid it's like onions or something like that. And then I'll just be like, well, too bad. I guess I'm still eating onions. I'll just sound annoying for a while.
That's exactly what my reaction. I can't cut out onions.
Yeah, no.
I think I eat like a solid half an onion a day.
Wow.
Like if it's
Just
raw
like
on a
an apple?
sandwich or no. I eat a lot of caramelized onions, a lot of like sauteed onions. I'll put raw onions on a sandwich. I love onions so much.
Yeah, me too.
Oh God, they make life so much better. Okay, you know how some people say when they eat pineapple, it makes their tongue feel a little funny?
That's a thing that's like, I think that happens to everybody and some people are just more sensitive to it. But pineapple does actually like eat your mouth.
Because of the enzymes.
Yeah.
I know a science thing. I know a science word, locked and loaded.
There we go.
I don't think, I mean, okay, I guess it happens to me, but I don't really feel it.
Yeah.
Which is
if you ate a bunch of pineapple and like didn't drink anything for a while afterwards, you would kind of start to feel it, I bet.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Well, I guess then don't get tested because you might be disappointed with the results.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
You could always just know and then just be like, well, whatever. Or if it's something really specific that you're like, well, I could substitute that out.
That's true. Maybe it's a specific type of onion.
Yeah.
Just like lean more towards the red onions than the yellow onions or something like that. All right. Stay tuned. Okay. So for our closing segment, we are not done with allergies.
Okay.
We are doing a bracket.
Yay!
Just quickly becoming like the favorite thing about the podcast.
I love it.
And we are going to be picking, you will be choosing the dumbest allergy.
Okay.
So I have a bunch of, I was just going to like go through a bunch of like weird random allergies, like just in the actual episode. But then I thought that this would be a much more fun way to describe all the craziest allergies that I could find online. So I have the bracket poster here, which again is not really for the people watching because it's too big and I can't fit it. Oops. I can't fit it on the screen.
It's just for us.
But for Victoria to be able to see. All right. So the first one up, our first division is, why is my body like this? So this is where a lot of the pronunciations are going to be pretty wild, but crawlin,
off to a really strong start.
Crawlingic urticaria.
Okay.
An allergy to heat, sweating, stress, or exercise. Tiny itchy hives when you get warm.
I might not have that physically, but that's how my brain feels when I am in a hot environment.
Yep.
Oh, that almost looks like my name.
Aquagenic urticaria. Hives triggered by water.
No.
Yep.
How does one shower?
Yep.
That's problematic.
So you said you were the first one. I think I'm the second one. Cold urticaria. Cold air or water causes hives or swelling.
Oh, God.
Or this one, I think either of us would really not enjoy. Solar urticaria. Allergic reaction to sunlight, the sun.
I have heard of that one,
Yeah.
actually. I've not heard of the others.
Does not sound fun.
Yeah.
All right, we're up to Division 2. everyday activities
Okay.
that might cause an allergic reaction. Exercise-induced anaphylaxis.
Jesus.
This is exactly what it sounds like, a full allergic reaction triggered by physical activity. Sometimes this is only if certain foods were eaten beforehand, but sometimes it's just straight up.
Wait, so is it a reaction to the food or the food plus exercise?
In certain cases, it's only if a certain food was eaten with the exercise.
Okay.
But in other cases, it's just straight up the exercise. If I had known that that was a thing I could claim in high school for PE class, I'd have never run a mile. Exercise-induced bronchoconstriction. I did look up how to say that because it didn't look like it didn't seem like broncho would be the beginning of something, but it is. It is
like bronchitis.
Like the
is that
OJ
just
car.
asthma?
So this is airways narrowing during exercise.
Okay.
So you get like shortness of breath and wheezing just from any, like, not necessarily an exorbitant amount of exercise that would usually cause shortness of breath, but like any amount of exercise.
I feel like survival of the fittest should have taken some of these diseases out of humanity at some point.
We don't evolve anymore. Humans. When have you looked at a human and been like, you're evolved? Nah.
Have you heard of Tom Welling?
Not really.
Who played Superman on Smallville, who's like the most attractive human who's ever lived in the history of the world.
Okay.
Oh my God. Oh my God, he's so fucking fine. Okay, moving on.
Speaking of that, vibratory urticaria. Hives triggered by vibration. Stop it. The examples they give are power tools, jogging, lawnmowers, etc.
Washing machines. Damn, that is an inconvenient one.
Yep. Inconvenient or perfectly timed?
Oh, I'm blushing a little bit.
This one's a little more gross. Dermatographia? So
something about skin?
Yes. This is basically like you can like write on someone's skin, like a scratch, just like a little scratch on someone's skin will cause like a raised welt. So like if you drew something on someone's skin, like just playfully like drawing on their skin or writing on their skin with your finger, it would actually like show up.
That makes sense because the graph part is drawing. Okay, I don't have that, but smart. On my neck, if I scratch my neck, it turns red. I don't know if it'll do it right now, but my sister and my dad and I all have that. It's not like if anyone scratches their neck, it turns red. Right. But like if I like touch my neck, it turns red. My sister and my dad and I all have that. My brother and my mom don't. So
raised welts.
It's not for me, it's not a welt. It's just like a red patch. But man, the welts look
bad.
Yeah.
Not good.
I've not heard of that one.
All right. Division 3, food fights back. These are our food allergies. So this first one we did talk about in a previous episode. This is alpha-gal syndrome.
Oh, yeah. The spider.
We have tick.
The tick
bite that leads to a red meat allergy.
Boo.
Yeah, add that up there.
Alpha-gal.
Okay. The next one is eosinophilic esophagitis. Food allergen that causes chronic inflammation of the esophagus, so swallowing becomes difficult.
I don't want that one.
No. So the next one is oral allergy syndrome. This is when raw fruits or vegetables cause an itchy mouth due to pollen cross reactions. So somehow like the pollen that created the fruit and vegetable that you are eating causes you to have
the pollen that created it. So it's not the pollen that has landed on it while it was growing. It's like the pollen that created the little seed that it came from.
That's a good question.
You can't just like peel an apple and then eat the inside because it's like throughout.
It's caused by cross-reactivity where the immune system confuses the proteins in the food with pollen proteins.
Okay, so then it is the whole food. It's not just pollen that's like on the outside of it.
Because otherwise you would be able to wash it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Gross.
Wow. That sucks.
Gross. Next is papular urticaria. Papular urticaria?
Papular?
Mm-hmm.
You're not mispronouncing popular?
Papular.
Papular.
A severe allergic reaction to insect bites.
Oh.
So where insect bites would normally cause like a little red bump and some it's like a cluster of like itchy bumps and redness and awfulness.
Okay, I don't think I've ever had that. I mean, I do get horrible mosquito bites, but whatever. I did, however, in 7th grade get what they think was a spider bite. Have I ever told you about this?
I don't think so.
It was in the middle of my shin, and it started out as like a little red circle, and it looked like someone had just taken we had a ping pong table in our basement, so it looked like someone had just taken a ping pong ball, which are like those really light plastic like hollow balls, and just like tossed it at my leg. Like it was really faint.
Okay.
And it was small. And then it got darker and bigger. And then it got so big to the point where it wrapped around my shin and it like touched in the back.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then the middle of it on the front of my shin, it got so dark. It was like purple and like lumpy. And then it started oozing.
Jesus.
And this happened right at the end of the school year, I think after 6th grade or 7th grade or something. And
you had the leg amputated.
Yes, because you haven't seen my legs probably 1,000 times by now. No, we were about to go to the beach on vacation over the summer, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong. I went to the doctor. I had not gotten a single shot since I got my vaccinations as a toddler. And so at this point I was like 12 or 13. So I hadn't gotten a shot in like 10 years. And that in like a 2-week span, I think I got like 20 different shots because they didn't know what it was. So they were like, let's just give her everything. And it was disgusting. And they gave me the saline thing that I had to soak my leg in every night. It was awful. And then we went to the beach and I just had this like purple monstrous like wound looking thing on my leg at the beach in a bathing suit, and people were looking at me like they probably thought it was like gangrene.
Did you put sunblock on it?
I don't even know. I don't think I could because it was basically like open, but I went into the ocean because everyone was like, oh, the salt water and whatever. But yeah, it just healed over time. I don't even think they ever found out what it was, but the going theory is that it was a spider bite. But yeah, those pretty bad. But I don't think that it was that I had like an allergic reaction to the spider bite that made it that bad. I think it was that I got bitten. I might have legitimately got bitten by like a brown recluse. Like maybe that's what it was. Sorry, you don't look very happy to be hearing this story. It's fine.
Division 4.
My leg is fine. It's right here. It's all good. I don't even have a scar from it.
Not a physical scar.
Yeah, that emotional scar does run deep, though.
We're all sharing in that now. Okay, Division 4. Kind of in the same realm. This sounds fake, but it isn't. Aquagenic.
Are you saying my story sounded fake?
It sounds fucking crazy.
Yeah. You can ask my mom about it the next time you see her.
I don't really want to have this conversation again. I don't really need to. Can you describe the oozing? The purple can you describe?
Well, my leg was purple. The stuff that was oozing out of it was like white. What? It was pus. Pus is what oozes out of things.
Sure. Whew.
Okay.
Moving on.
Okay.
Aquagenic
Yep. Something to do with water.
Pruritus? It's an intense itching after water contact. There's no visible rash, so it doesn't look like anything.
You just look insane.
Yeah.
Wait, so just like with the other one, how does one shower? How does one bathe?
Some itchy shit, I guess.
So can you drink water? Is it just if it touches your skin?
I don't know. That's a good idea. Or a good question.
I mean, because we
With
are
the inside of your mouth.
mostly made of water.
Itch?
It must just be your skin then.
Can you drink water? First question on Google. The intense itching is a reaction triggered by water contact to the skin, not while ingesting it.
Okay.
While showering or sweating induces symptoms. I didn't even think about that. Your own sweat?
So you're just itchy all the time. Like you just look like you're going through a heroin withdrawal, like all the time.
Okay.
Also, your lips have skin on them, so wouldn't you get water on your lips when you're drinking? I guess just a straw. I bet people had this allergy in like the 1200s and they got thrown into some mental asylum because people thought they were crazy.
It's a witch. All right, next we have cold agglutinin disease. Cold exposure causes red blood cells to clump, leading to anemia symptoms. I wonder if that's what I have. Interesting.
That's awful.
Next one is hereditary angioedema.
Mm-hmm.
Sudden dangerous swelling episodes. Your face, your throat, your abdomen all break out or all swell but no hives.
Why?
It's a hereditary thing.
Okay, so just randomly, but not if it comes in contact with anything?
With your hereditariness.
Okay. So at any moment, you just start swelling.
Your face, your throat. Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
I'm really glad I don't have any of these.
Last one is seminal plasma hypersensitivity. This is an allergic reaction to semen. It is rare, but it is documented. So, Victoria, you're going to find the dumbest of these. Are you ready?
Yeah, I don't really remember what all the sciencey words mean.
Okay, we're just going to go through and just describe what they are. So this is the allergic to heat, or allergic to heat, sweating, stress, or exercise. So this is itchy hives from heat, and then itchy hives from water.
Which one is worse?
Yeah, dumber.
I think probably being allergic to water is probably worse, right?
Sure.
How are you going to go swimming in the ocean to help heal your spider bite wound?
Get some hives, I guess.
Oof.
All right, next up we have cold air causing heat and swelling, or causing hives and swelling, or an allergic reaction to sunlight.
I mean, the sunlight one, I think, is worse.
All right.
Because you can just move to Mexico if you're allergic to cold.
Oh, I was like, there's sun in Mexico.
Yes, there is.
Okay. Up next we have exercise-induced anaphylaxis. So this is full allergic reaction from physical activity, or exercise-induced bronchoconstriction. So airways narrowing. So full anaphylaxis or just shortness of breath and wheezing, I guess.
I mean, I guess the full anaphylaxis is worse, right?
Probably.
These are all bad. I don't want any of these.
Hives triggered by vibrations, or the skin writing, light scratches causing raised welts.
I think the vibration one is worse.
That affects your life a little bit more. I see. Okay.
I mean, how are you going to ever, even being in a car sometimes, right?
Sure.
If the road is bumpy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we have the alpha-gal, which we know, the allergy to red meat, or the chronic inflammation of the esophagus, where swallowing becomes difficult.
I think the esophagus one is worse. I mean, I'd be really upset to be allergic to red meat, but like,
it would be avoidable.
Chicken is a thing.
So the oral allergy symptom, this is the raw fruits and vegetables with the itchy mouth, or the severe allergic reaction to insect bites.
I think the oral one is worse.
Okay.
Because like, how often does one get bitten by an insect?
Depends where you vacation.
That's true.
So intense itching after water contact or cold exposure causing anemia symptoms.
I'm going to go with the water one again.
And then we have sudden dangerous swelling episodes or allergic reaction to semen.
Wait, what was the first one? The water? Again? What was the first one?
No, the first one is the dangerous swelling episodes. So the face,
throat, sorry,
abdomen without hives.
Okay, I think that one is worse.
Semen, more avoidable.
There are methods that everyone should be employing.
It gets interesting that the semen one didn't move on because that's more avoidable, but the vibration did move on. All right.
So I just feel like I'm not explaining this.
Mm-hmm.
People can make their deductions.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So we are now up to the hives triggered by water versus the allergic reaction to sunlight.
Those are both so bad.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess the water one is worse because if you're allergic to sunlight, just move to Scotland.
Okay.
It seems like the solution to all of our problems.
So the exercise-induced anaphylaxis or the vibratory urticaria.
That is such a tough choice.
I just like an excuse not to exercise is pretty, but whatever. It's.
Yeah, but I mean, walking up the steps counts as exercise, right? Like, how severe is it?
I guess, yeah. Depends.
That's a really tough choice. I guess to avoid being mocked, I'm going to go with the exercise one.
Okay.
I don't know. My dad texted me and said that he listened to the Thanksgiving episode, so I'm not trying to get any more texts about.
I mean,
if he listens to this
not
one,
have him text or probably listen to any other episodes, but you do you. Okay.
Like, I don't know what episode he's going to listen to next.
So we have
so proud.
the food allergen causing chronic inflammation of the esophagus, or the oral allergy syndrome, the raw fruits and vegetables.
Okay, I guess just the esophagus one, right?
Yeah.
Because is it just raw fruits and vegetables?
Yeah.
Okay, so like cook them.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
So the aquagenic, the intense itching after water contract after you sign a contract with water, the intense itching after that, or the hereditary, the sudden dangerous swelling episodes.
I'm gonna do the water one again.
All right.
Like, is it every time you touch water?
Intense itching after water contact. I mean,
yeah. So like, I literally just want to know how these people take baths. That's really upsetting. Okay.
Dry shampoo. I don't know. All right. So
you couldn't even do like a wet wipe because they're wet.
I mean, hopefully. All right. So we have the water causing hives or the exercise induced anaphylaxis.
I still need to go with the water, right? I
Yep.
can't get over this because water is for me like I am proof, I believe, that we came from fishes. Like, I love water. I love swimming. I love showering. if I didn't run out of hot water, I'd take like a 4-hour shower. Like, I don't understand how people cannot. That's upsetting to me.
So the esophagus like closure thing, or the other water thing. So intense itching after water.
The water thing.
Just coming down to the 2 water ones.
Okay,
so intense itching with no hives. So like no visible, basically you look crazy.
Okay.
Or like actual like hives after water.
Okay, and the hives that you get from water, they're like painful and or itchy?
I believe so. I mean, I think.
So it's either invisible itchy hives or visible itchy hives. Okay, so which one is worse? Probably the invisible one, because then you look psychotic.
Okay.
Wow. So this was...
Oh, wait. Yeah. It's this one. Aquagenic pruritus. Pruritus. The dumbest allergy that there is.
I guess so.
According to Victoria Jump.
I just want to know how they shower.
If anyone out there has an allergy to water, please write in and explain to Victoria how you shower.
If anyone
or bathe yourself.
Has aqua...
Yep.
Genic pruritus. Whatever.
Yep.
I just need some answers.
Aquagenic pruritus. 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 Pruritus.
Because like with the others, like you can avoid certain foods, and then if you just randomly swell from time to time, as long as it doesn't kill you, like that would be inconvenient, but whatever. But like you wash your hands all day long, hopefully. You should be washing your hands all day long. You gotta shower, you gotta brush your teeth, you gotta whatever.
Maybe next time you see someone disgustingly unshowered, you can just assume that they have this, and that's why they didn't wash their hands.
Okay.
This has been a gross episode.
Sounds like gross people making excuses for their poor hygiene.
I mean, why not? It works. Now you can too. Take this knowledge you learned from this episode next time you can't shower. Just claim to have one of these allergies.
Yeah, but maybe learn how to pronounce it so that people believe you.
I mean...
So maybe actually properly look it up. Don't go based on whatever we said. You think you did it pretty well?
If you mispronounced it, would anyone know? Pruritus.
If you say it with confidence, no.
Or fast enough. People can't really understand.
Yeah.
All right.
So there's a game plan for everyone.
There we go. You're welcome.
What are we doing?
I don't know. We got to end the episode.
I'm glad that one of your episodes has just gone like left and left and left and left instead of it always being
then we're back
mine.
where we started. Welcome to another episode of Everything's Dumb. My name is Kate.
I'm not doing this.
Our next episode, Victoria will be doing this. She is going to be hosting an episode about St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Right around Valentine's Day. Just kidding. Right around St. Patrick's Day.
Just in time for St. Patrick's Day.
Just in time for St. Patrick's Day.
I think maybe for that episode, I think
we should get drunk.
Beverage of choice will be a 4-pack of Guinness. Because Guinness is so light. It's what, like 4 or 5%? Like you got to drink a few of them in a row.
Okay.
God damn it. I should stop talking.
My dad listens to this and I don't want him knowing about blah, blah, blah.
I don't want him listening to me talk about semen. It's not the same thing as talking about beer.
Depends on the beer. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to talk about St. Patrick's Day. It's going to be great. Haven't researched it yet, but I do know a few facts about St. Patrick, the man.
He was Irish?
No.
Wow.
I would tell you right now, but it's not time yet. I actually already know about him, so there's that.
Spanish?
No, he was English.
Oh.
But anyway, we'll get there. We'll get there.
We will.
You guys will all learn the details, and we'll be talking about beer a little bit.
A little bit?
We'll be talking about Boston a little bit.
A little bit.
It'll be good. It'll be good.
Sweet.
Yes.
All right.
And I will be not entirely sober.
And neither should you, unless you listen to this when you're driving to work. Then you should probably do that.
Yes. Do not drink and drive.
But that'll be out next Monday.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening and watching this episode. I apologize for whatever happened, but
I stand by it.
I'm allergic to making these better. So
this is what you're
getting. And that's pretty much it.
Yep.
You can catch more audio episodes wherever you find podcasts and video episodes up on YouTube and Spotify. You can leave us a review and like and subscribe and comment and do all the nice things. And that would be great. Mm-hmm. We would like that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ever have a dumb topic that you want us to talk about, just reach out if you're not allergic to doing that.
Yeah. Yes, please.
And we can do that. We'll do those.
Yes.
And that'll be that.
Yeah.
I always forget how to end these, but
I don't know. I think you said a bunch of stuff.
Cool.
So everything's done, bud.
Oh yeah. So I did miss that part. You can subscribe. You follow us and all the things. We can do that when you go to.
You sound like Charlie. and then
Everything's Dumb Pod. You can find Everything's Dumb Pod on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Should we take out TikTok? Have we talked about that?
We talked about it. We should probably take it out.
Yeah.
We're probably not going to be on TikTok anymore.
Because they're
we
don't support conservative social media platforms.
No, we don't.
And that's what that's turning into, and I don't like it.
Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get rid of that.
Yeah. So Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the other awful billionaires.
Yeah. I mean, as long as we have access to those, we will use them. And we'll see which one falls next.
Stay tuned.
I don't like living during this time period.
You know what would be great? Precedented times.
Yes.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yes.
I would love to live in just precedented times.
Like this shit has already happened.
No historical blah, blah, blah. No.
We know what to do.
No. Never before in history. I don't want to hear that shit on the news anymore. Yeah. I want it to be like, well, there's nothing really that happened.
Yeah.
Maybe we could find some stuff to talk about.
Everything's just super routine and normal and you don't even have to listen to the news.
Same as
really
yesterday.
Nothing is happening.
Washington is super boring.
Yep.
Wouldn't that be nice?
That would be.
All right, let's go drink. Bye.
Bye.